Hey folks, how's it going today? Barry Bars here with barrybars.com. Hey, today's investing tip, I thought it would only be fitting to do in front of a big canola field that's blooming on a beautiful summer day. Wealth creation is much like a farmer's field. If, well, I guess you don't get food out of it, but you do get growth of your investments, and in the end you're supposed to be getting more back than what you put in. So farmer's field is basically the same thing. You plant a seed and you get a whole bunch of seeds back. Wealth creation with money or property or whatever you want to call it is basically the same kind of thing. You invest $1 in hopes to get 2 or more back. So, and today's tip is all about wealth creation, and probably the number one tip that I could give anybody at any given time is what we're going to be talking about today. So the whole kind of thing started out, I'm going to say probably about a month ago or so. I was at a store taking some of my books into one of the bookstores, and I walked through the door and there was a young kid stocking shelves, and you know, I was looking around for the manager and there was really no one that, you know, stood out kind of thing. So I went over to this kid that was this young boy that was stocking shelves. He must have been probably, I'm guessing, around the 16-year-old mark, 16, 17, somewhere around there. And I says, hey, how you doing today? And he was, you know, oh, good, I'm doing fine. I said, where's your manager? I said, I'm an author. I'm here bringing some books down, and I figured I'd stop in and drop off some of my books. Oh, he says, that's cool. He says, you're an author. I said, yeah, I've you know, I've written a book here. And well, what's your book on? And so I said, well, the book's on investing, and I said I'm a real estate investor, and it's all about investing, and you know, kind of the knowledge that I've gained over the years. And I said, hopefully people who read it will benefit and become financially better off. Well, that's cool, he said. That's neat. He said, I'm gonna, you know, I might pick it up someday. But he said, I'll go find the manager. I'll be right back. So anyways, toodle off he went, and I started looking at some books, just, you know, kind of killing some time waiting. And all of a sudden I hear this, he says, hey, he says, manager will be out pretty quick. He just came up beside me. Manager will be out pretty quick. He said, just hang tough. Okay, cool. I said, thanks. Well, what's the secret? He says to me. And I looked at him, I said, what do you mean, what's the secret? He says, to wealth. He says, what's the secret to getting rich? He says, I want to get rich. And I started laughing. I said, really, there's no secret. I said, you're young. I says, why don't you use the advantage of compound interest or compounding of your investments? I said, when you're young, I said, that's what's on your side the most of anything else. I said, and oh, he looks at me again. He says, well, that's kind of neat. He says, what's compound interest? And I said, well, I said I could go into depth, but I said, long story short, it's when you invest in something and it gives you a return, and you use that return to invest into more of what you're invested in to start with. So I said, if you buy a house for investment property, and I said your rent that you collect every month, I said, first of all, your rent would go to pay down your debt. And I said, once your debt's paid off, I said, then you can go ahead and buy another property with that same money, the cash flow. So it continues to buy more property year after year. I said, the same goes with a dividend stock, you know, from the stock market or something. I said, if you can get dividends on a stock, I said, roll those dividends back into buying more stock. And I said, that's compound interest. I said, it continues to get your investment growing and growing and growing, similar to the canola field that we got in the back here. So anyways, he says, oh, I get it. I said, you're young. I said, use that to your advantage. I said, if you can put away, you know, a fair bit of money now, or a little bit from every paycheck, I says, compound interest. I says, you'll be a happy man when you turn 60. Okay. He says, thanks. I'm going to read your book too, he says. I said, great. I said, great. I said, happy investing. Have yourself a great day. It was a beautiful summer day there too. So Anyway, so that's basically today's investing tip, is compound interest, especially for a young person. I'm not saying that if you're older that compound interest can't help you, because it can. It just, the more time you have on your side, the better off you're going to be, because it just gives yourselves more time to compound, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And you know, don't look at the rate of returns and stuff like that, because as your dividends or your properties or whatever continues to purchase more of that initial investment, the dividend, or sorry, not the dividend, the rate of return will continue to climb, because those dividends are now purchasing more property or more stock, which continue to grow and put more money in your pocket. So anyways, there you go. That's today's tip of the day. Compound interest, probably the #1 tip that I give out, and probably the #1 tip that anybody can use to their advantage. That's easy to do, not complicated. You don't have to time the market. You don't have to time the real estate market. You don't have to time anything. You just continue to put in and grow your wealth. So anyways, there you go. Barry Bars from barrybars.com. If you haven't got a copy of my book, it's all about helping people financially and getting them on the right track, and hopefully making them financially better off, more financially better off than they already are. And hopefully we can help people out that way. So Barry Bars at barrybars.com, and happy investing, everybody. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.